Let us begin with the second part of the explanation of the chapter Tiger King. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. I am not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First, you may draw up statistics. Statistics means data, and investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. So this was very hilarious, and the Maharaja started laughing. He said that he did not want to marry either a tiger or a gun, but he wanted to marry a girl from another kingdom. He asked his minister to make a list of all the kingdoms and the number of tigers they had. Next, the minister was supposed to find out if there was a girl worth marrying in the royal family of a state which had a large number of tigers. The Diwan followed his orders. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. Maharaja Jang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father in law. In this manner, 99 tigers' skin adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandpuram palace. Adorned means decorated. So the minister he followed the orders and he found the right girl from a state which had a large number of tigers. So every time King Jang Bahadur visited his father-in-law, he would kill 5 or 6 tigers in the kingdom, and in this manner he killed 99 tigers, and the skins of the tigers they decorated the walls of the lobby hall of the Pratibandpuram palace. The Maharaja's anxiety means curiosity, reached a fever pitch. Fever pitch means extreme. When they remained just one tiger to achieve his tally of 100. Tally means count or total. So, as the Maharaja has killed 99 tigers, he was to kill just one more to complete his total of 100 tigers. He became very anxious and curious to kill the 100th tiger. He had this one thought during the day and the same dream at night. By this time, the tiger farms had run dry even in father in law's kingdom. It became impossible to look at tigers anywhere, yet only one more was needed. If he could kill that one single beast, the Maharaja would have no fears left. He could give up hunting altogether. All through the day and night, he kept on dreaming of killing the 100th tiger. The tiger population in the king's father in law's kingdom had also finished. He could not find a single tiger anywhere. The king was very desperate for one single tiger that he could hunt, after which he would give up hunting as he would not fear tigers any longer. But he had to be extremely careful with that last tiger. What had the late chief astrologer said? Even after killing 99 tigers, the Maharaja should beware of the 100th. True enough, the tiger was a savage beast. Savage means uncontrolled beast. After all, one had to vary. Vary means be cautious of it. But where was that 100th tiger to be found? It seemed easier to find tiger's milk than a live tiger. So here, King was reminded of the late astrologer's words that he was supposed to be very careful with the 100th tiger that he hunted, and the king agreed that tigers were uncontrolled animals, and so he had to be cautious of it. But he was not able to find the 100th tiger that he could kill. The writer again creates humor by saying that it was easier to find tiger's milk in the kingdom rather than an alive tiger. Thus, the Maharaja was sunk in gloom. Sunk means drowned, in gloom means sadness. But soon came happy news which dispelled. Dispelled means removed. Removed that sadness. In his own state, sheep began to disappear frequently from hillside. It was ascertained that this was not the work of Khadar Milan Sahib or Veer Sami Naikar, both famed for their ability to swallow sheep whole. Surely a tiger was at work. The villagers ran to inform the Maharaja. The Maharaja announced a 3 year exemption from all taxes for that village and set out on hunt at once. Exemption means free from. Free, they were made free from all the taxes. Set out means started. It was ascertained means made sure. So it was this made the king very sad to know that he was unable to find the 100 tiger, and his sadness came to an end when he got the news that in a hillside village sheep was disappearing very fast, and there were two people in the kingdom, Khadar Mia Sahib and Veer Sami Nekar, who could swallow whole sheep. As this was not their job, so it was calculated that there was a tiger at work. The villagers were very excited and they informed the king about it. The Maharaja was so happy that he exempted the village from all taxes for 3 years and set out to hunt this tiger. The tiger was not easily found. It seemed as if it had wantonly means carelessly, itself in order to flout the Maharaja's will. Flout means to go against someone. The Maharaja was equally determined. He refused to leave the forest until the tiger was found. As the days passed, the Maharaja's fury means anger, and obstinacy means firmness, mounted alarmingly. Mounted means increased. So it increased alarmingly means up to a dangerous level. Many officers lost their jobs. So King he couldn't locate the tiger easily, and it seemed as if the tiger was hidden in order to go against the king's desire of killing the tiger. But the king was very determined. He did not leave the forest until he would find the tiger. With the passing days, he became very angry and was firm to kill the tiger. In his anger, he removed many officers from his kingdom. One day, when his rage means anger, was at its height, the Maharaja called the Diwan and ordered him to double the land tax forthwith. One day, in his fury means anger, King called the minister and ordered him to increase the land tax to double. So this is also important that in his anger he ordered the minister to double the tax. The people will become discontented, then our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. Discontented means unhappy and prey means victim. He felt that by doing this, the people would become unhappy and his kingdom would become a part of the Indian National Congress. In that case, you may resign from your post, said the king. So, as minister told him that doing this, I mean, increasing or doubling the land tax will make people unhappy and the kingdom will be taken over by Indian National Congress. Hearing this, king said that you may resign from your post. The Diwan went home convinced that if the Maharaja did not find the tiger soon, the results would be catastrophic. Catastrophic means causing great damage or suffering. He felt life returning to him only when he saw the tiger, which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and kept hidden in his house. So, when king asked him to resign from his post, it was the king's way of threatening the minister. Now the minister he realized that the king was very angry and he thought that if the tiger was not found soon, it could lead to destruction. The minister found that the tiger that had been brought from the People's Park in Madras was hidden in his house. He felt relieved. So um, minister was able to find the tiger which was brought from the People's Park in Madras, and he was happy to know that it was hidden in his house. At midnight, when the town slept in peace, the Diwan and his aged wife dragged the tiger to the car and shoved. Shoved means pushed uh, forcefully, and dragged means pulled by force. So shoved it into the seat. The Diwan himself drove the car straight to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched. Launched means set going. Its satyagraha and refused to get out of the car. The Diwan was thoroughly exhausted, completely tired, and his efforts to haul means to pull or drag with efforts of force, the beast out of the car and push it down to the ground. So here minister along with his wife pulled the tiger into his car and drove the car to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting. The tiger, it did not come out of the car, and the minister had a tough time pushing the tiger out of the car into the forest. On the following day, the same old tiger wandered into Maharaja's presence and stood as if in a humble supplication. Supplication means asking for something humbly. Master, what do you command for me? It was boundless joy. Boundless means endless. Endless joy that the Maharaja took careful aim at the beast. The tiger fell in a crumpled heap. Crumpled means crushed into fold. So next day, the same tiger, it was spotted by the Maharaja. Maharaja was very happy to see the 100th tiger, and he aimed at it. The tiger fell down as if it had been shot dead by the king. He was overjoyed to have killed the 100th tiger and had fulfilled his vow, his oath. I have killed the 100th tiger, my vow has been fulfilled. The Maharaja was overcome. Overcome means filled with elation. Elation means happiness, joy, and excitement. Ordering the tiger to be brought to the capital in grand procession, the Maharaja hastened away in his car. Hasten means moved quickly in his car. Procession means parade. So king was happy to have killed the 100th tiger, and he ordered that the tiger should be brought to the capital in a grand procession and went away in his car. After the Maharaja left, the hunters went to take a closer look at the tiger. The tiger looked back at them, rolling its eyes in bafflement. Bafflement means confusion. The men realized that the tiger was not dead. The bullet had missed it. It had fainted, and the shock of the bullet whizzing. Whizzing means moving quickly through the air with a whistling or buzzing sound. So the bullet, it had missed, and it had it tiger, it fainted from the shock of the bullet whizzing past. The hunters wondered what they should do. They decided that the Maharaja must not come to know that he had missed his target. If he did, they could lose their jobs. One of the hunters took aim from a distance of 1 foot and shot the tiger. This time he killed it without missing his mark. So after the king had left, the hunters took a closer look at the tiger and saw that it was alive. They realized that the king's bullet had missed the tiger. The tiger had nearly fainted due to the shock as the bullet had passed close to it. The hunters were confused what to do, and so one of them aimed at the tigers and shot it dead. Then, as commanded by the king, the dead tiger was taken in procession through the town and buried. A tomb was erected over it. Commanded means ordered. A tomb means a memorial. It was erected, it was raised. So Hunters they followed the king's order and took the dead tiger to the town in a procession. It was buried and a beautiful tomb was erected on the tiger's grave. A few days later, the Maharaja's son third birthday was celebrated. Until the Maharaja had given his entire mind over to tiger hunting, he had no time to spare for his crown prince. But now the king turned his attention to the child. He wished to give him some special gift on his birthday. He went to the shopping center in Pratibandhapuram and searched every shop but couldn't find anything suitable. Finally, he spotted a wooden tiger in a toy shop and decided it was a perfect gift. After a few days, the Maharaja's son's third birthday was celebrated. Till that time, the king had been so engrossed in tiger hunting that he had never spent any time with his family. Now, as he had fulfilled his vow of killing 100 tigers, he gave his attention to his child. King Jangjang Bahadur wanted to give a special gift to his son on his birthday, and so he went to the shopping center in Pratibandpuram. He searched every shop but could not find any suitable gift for his son. Finally, he saw a wooden tiger in a toy shop and considered it to be the perfect gift. The wooden tiger cost only 2 annas and a quarter, but the shopkeeper knew that if he quoted such a low price to the Maharaja, he would be punished under the rules of the emergency. So he said, Your Majesty, this is an extremely rare example of craftsmanship. Craftsmanship means example of skill. A bargain at 300 rupees. So annas were currency that were used in the old times, and 1 anna was 1/16th of a rupee. So wooden tiger cost only 2 and a quarter annas, but the shopkeeper knew that if he quoted such a low price to the king, he would punish him. So owner told the king that the wooden tiger was perfect example of craftsmanship and that it cost a mere 300 rupees. Very good. Let this be your offering to the crown prince. Offering here means gift. On his birthday, said the king and took it away with him. On that day, father and son played with that tiny little wooden tiger. It had been carved by an unskilled carpenter. Carved means it was made by unskilled means untrained carpenter. Its surface was rough, tiny slivers. Slivers means slender pieces cut or split that is broken off of wood stood up like quills. Quills means sharp spines all over it. One of those slivers it pierced, it penetrated the Maharaja's right hand. He pulled it out with his left hand and continued to play with the prince. So here king was very happy as he said, and he said that this was the shop owner's gift to the crown prince. He took the tiger with him. The king and his son played with the wooden tiger. The tiger it had been made by an unskilled carpenter, so it had tiny shavings, or you can say the spines of wood pricking out of it, and one of those shavings pierced the Maharaja's right hand. The Maharaja pulled it out and continued to play with the prince. Next day, infection flared in the Maharaja's right hand. In 4 days, it developed into a suppurating sore which spread all over the arm. Infection flared means it developed infection or the illness caused by bacteria. Infection developed in the Maharaja's right hand due to the shaving of wood that had pricked his hand, and in a period of 4 days, the infection turned into a suppurating. Suppurating means a wound full of pus. Sore means painful inflammation. So it turned into a wound full of pus and spread all over the king's right arm. The three famous surgeons who performed it came out of the theatre. Three famous surgeons were brought in from Madras. After holding a consultation, they decided to operate. The operation took place. The surgeons who performed it came out of the theatre and announced the operation was successful. The Maharaja is dead. In this manner, the 100th tiger took its final revenge upon the Tiger King. So the three famous surgeons, they were called from Madras and they decided to operate upon the king. After the operation, the surgeons came out of the theatre and said that the operation was successful and the Maharaja was dead. Here the surgeon's words are contradictory because if the king died, it meant the operation was unsuccessful, whereas they said that it was successful. Actually, they were supporting the words of the astrologer. The wooden tiger was the 100th tiger that had killed the king and thus made the astrologer's prediction true. So, in this manner, the 100th tiger took revenge upon the Tiger King and killed him. That's all for the chapter. Thank you.